Hello, hello. We're back. First thing we need to do is load the game to here because we're stuck at that part. We die every time in this conversation loop. We need to either find more medical supplies to be able to survive his conversation. Oh shit, actually there's something else I want to try before I do that. I wonder if you can stack using the medicine. Like just wait and use it after doing 2 bad options in a row.
Before you, with great effort, he straightens himself up.
Welcome, Mr. Dubois. I'm Ev.
I'm just gonna skip through this just because I've seen it already.
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever he had, forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously...
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man. So tell me.
The chair you're sitting on has got...
By the way, I heard you got a rather rude... It should be sufficient.
Hey, that's 25 real.
Yes.
With a grin, he points to the checker game.
Is there anything you'd like to say to me? Cool. Now,
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Okay. Police officers have weapons that...
No, it doesn't work. Okay. So we're pretty much locked out of that unless we have at least a minimum of 2 mental heals. So we're gonna check out some other shit. Oh my word, starting with getting down these stairs, which for some reason is an issue half the time. And the wrong side? Nah, this is it. Like that. No, don't turn around. That didn't even make any sense. It's not this way, is it? No. It's literally the way I'm going. It's just buggy. Look at that. Why is he turning around? Stop turning around. That's not me doing it. Thank you. Oh my word.
Went native on the chief, huh? Those ballerina antics were reckless. Should have just punched him in the throat again.
Went native on the chief, huh?
Wrong. You did the right thing with Measurehead. The ballerina antics won you the fight.
I'm pretty sure they did. I'm pretty sure if I punched him again, it wouldn't have worked.
Let's talk about our right to work.
What about it?
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why should
We're
I?
here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
I'm thinking no.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Right to... Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
I don't think I've chosen any sides yet. Regardless, I've got some questions for you.
Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, Scott.
I think you may be able to help me decipher some tattoos.
Don't think so.
They're the body of the man who was hanging behind the cafeteria there. It was your colonel.
Wordless, he takes the photo and looks at it. Grey eyes dart back and forth on the glossy surface. His face
That's right, we
is
know, bro.
unmoving.
Fucking loincloths. Really did him in. What it means.
In what must have been Seminine.
Seminine.
I can tell you what this one means. Only one. You want to hear what happened here?
Yeah.
Our colonel is deep in the bush here. Deep in the fucking bush. In Benital, 41. Monsoon season. He's on a reconnaissance mission.
Benito is one of the inhabited islands of the Seminese archipelago near the Pale. Covered in jungle, it was anchor point for the Seminese nationalists in the proxy war held on the islanders' territory.
He spent a month behind enemy lines, scouting kept villages. Nothing but fucking bugs and snakes for fun. Men are getting restless. There's talk of switching employers.
With some strange emotion, this is about to get really graphic. Last moment to back off.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
Our boy, he's only a captain then, but he knows how these men think. If they don't see action soon. At dawn, he comes upon two kids, breeding in the bushes by the river. Or maybe they weren't breeding. Maybe they were just making eyes at each other. I like to think they were breeding.
Uh-oh.
We shot the boy. He was useless. But the girl, she was nice. A little fat, you know. But not too old. She was quite the entertainment for the week she lasted. Expired in the hands of Sarge Mason. The kind of guy who'd make Chief there shit his pants and cry like a bitch.
I guess that's the guy I kicked. Whose ass I kicked.
God. Mason couldn't let go. Cut the tits off her cold body and fucking ate them. Said primitive spirits were watching over him now. Drowned in a creek a week later. Spirits my ass.
Something stirs in your stomach.
Fucking mask is getting sweaty. I want to take my mask off. But...
You were there?
No, I was somewhere else. That's just a guess as to what this one little star on his belly might mean. I'm just a bouncer.
I need that
Go
back.
ahead. All right, now. Free
Alright.
commerce!
Oh, that was very graphic.
The photo in your hands. The dead man's skin is studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them, littering his dead skin.
Free flow of commerce! Fucking bug.
That's right. Can't get rid of this bug. Answer some fucking
I'm
questions,
going
bro.
to interpret that as a yes. There's a tribunal, and it won't be long until it's ready.
How about you fuck off now, huh?
Okay, of course.
The man's breathing steadies, but his eyes are still narrow. Slowly. It's hard to do that when you want to beat a man into a pulp instead.
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
The physically impressive man tower has turned his attention back to the gates.
I think that's everything. We know he's not really a part of the strike, so he won't know anything about that. We did learn about his colonel, though. thinking... I know where the other one is, I think, but I failed to check to get in once already. I don't know if the fact that I got some clues might let me try again.
An inconspicuous pile of the
No.
roofing material.
I need to upgrade my
Eternite.
perception if I want to try again.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and white boots.
We'll leave him alone. Think. Where have we not been yet? I don't know if we've been in here. Oh yeah, this is where we can get the bottles. I knew we could get them from somewhere.
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
What's that magazine she's reading?
You mean this?
It's the cover boasting a colorful photo of two girls kissing.
This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
Fashion police feature.
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish. No. I don't like it. I hate it.
We are not the fashion police. We're the...
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
I think you can make an exception for the police.
I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so...
Did you know the man?
Really. No. I didn't know him at all.
What do you think happened?
I don't know.
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around. If you...
Okay. Uh-huh.
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf
raincoat.
beneath a display
As much
of
as I'd
bottles
like
and
extra
juice bottles.
endurance.
The raincoats are transparent, except for the big...
I can't spend money right now. Maybe this isn't where I thought it was. Oh wait, is this it?
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Oh, that's the tear machine.
No, what is
It's a machine for tear. You know, you find tear outside, like bottles or whatever, and put it in the machine. Then it
I
gives
see.
you money.
And how do I pick up tear for the tear machine?
You need a bag, I guess. We used to have some, but we gave them all out, so feel free to use it if you find a bag, though. I'm sure there are some out there, somewhere.
Oh. Well, now I know where to return them, but I still don't know where to get a bag. And we desperately do need money. No, no, no. Oh my god, no. There we go. Oh! That's exactly what we need, actually. We can go do that conversation now, I think. Unless there's a third morale loser in there, which is why we're gonna quick save. And if there's a third one, then I'm just doomed. Alright, let's quick save again, right here. Nope, wrong way. I want to go... check out everything down here.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
Well, we might as well take a peek then.
The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders.
Well, let's take a little peruse,
Hundreds of
shall we?
documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara. And the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold.
Interesting.
It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates,
Ooh,
quantities,
our
and
volition isn't
percentages.
super good.
You try to focus.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Thank you, Beans. I appreciate you.
Whatever's hidden here is hidden well.
Nice, we got it.
Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer. It appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters. Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everart's plants, sweep office floor, more banners.
Special whirling borscht.
All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union. One of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
The special borscht seems a bit odd in the list. What is so special about this borscht? Code for drugs? Booze? Remember, Leo, all items on the
Alright, it's
list
just the same.
slides.
Oh my god, grab the book. There's the second one I needed. Also, before we go in there, we need to take off our hat. Because it makes us less good at talking to people. Having extra visual. +1 conceptualization. What do I have right now? Yeah, we don't need that. So we'll put that on. Oh, I changed the wrong thing. Yeah, I don't need physical instrument right now either. Alright. We'll do this phone call.
An
I'll probably
imposing
fail.
combination. The machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move. It's unclear whether you actually have muscle memory. Right now, your finger is just drawing vaguely occult patterns in the air.
Useful patterns?
Undoubtedly, no. Sure, why not? Muscle memory is a tricky thing. Nothing tricky about that. You just do, fail, repeat, until it works. All it takes is motivation and practice.
We'll check out the stuff up here.
This is the Night Watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud. Listen, it's okay to take a few minutes to yourself. Sit down and have a breather.
So this is where Renee works. I'm gonna look around.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table.
Oh, we'll be taking
It's
that.
a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man, Rene, is dressed in a Royal Carabinier uniform. The girl is young and very pretty. She is smiling playfully at the camera.
Why did you take that picture of René?
It's a cop. I mean, it's instinctual to collect
Fine.
evidence.
But let's move. I don't want to...
Oh, alright. That wasn't that important.
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marche and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block.
Okay.
Marche. On. Arrête. Off. With
Alright.
a loud
Let's
grind,
march it
the
then.
crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Alright. There we go.
With
That
a
took a hot
surprisingly
minute.
quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. The harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again, now that its purpose has been fulfilled.
What do you mean?
Moving this container, of course. For this purpose it was built. For this purpose it has acted. And now it will rest.
I can't see how that was worth the ruckus. Except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
Alright. We'll go up here, and we'll
Before you
investigate
stands
this.
a cargo container. Just one of many in the yard.
I think there's something special about this one, though.
Is this like your thing with that wall again?
No, it's totally different. I don't want to paint it. I'm just drawn to it.
There are 1 million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
I don't know, Kim. It just feels special.
It's a cargo container, detective, just like all the others. We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to talk to the Union, right?
You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement. No
Then
reply.
we'll knock, and then we'll try to flirt with the door.
Why are you even trying
I
to
failed.
open a door with rhetoric?
Because it wasn't possible with physical.
Because what wasn't an option?
Using my body
Now
over
is
my
not
wits.
the time to get philosophical, detective. You can...
Alright, well, we'll flirt our way in there one day. Couple bucks. Alright, that's locked. The musk of oil and rust comes from the chasm in front of you. Smells like blood. Maybe it's just blood? I don't want to talk to him much. I'll just say hi to him for now.
The lyrics to this container song are being made up as he goes along. The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisund on Muindi.
Container, used to be Everard. He looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister? I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
Actually, I am, yes. Even said so to
I mean,
Manana.
I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat. Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind. If bye-bye now.
We'll talk to him again later. I just don't want to use up time right now, because I don't know how much we have before we lose Lieutenant Kim. And then we have to go on some solo shenanigans. Alright, let's hope 2 things of mental cures is enough to get through this guy's dialogue, because we have to talk to him.
Before you is a wall. With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you.
Are you in
Welcome,
charge of
Mr.
dock
Dubois,
workers?
Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
Alright, we've seen all
Everard.
this.
I'd offer you my...
He looks extremely comfortable.
You go ahead.
Whatever, forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, so tell me.
The chair you're sitting on.
Oh, by the way, it should be sufficient to cover your...
Hey, that's 25.
Yes,
With a grin, he points to the checker game.
Is there anything you'd like to... Cool.
Alright.
Now,
His slug-like lips move. The world is okay. Police officers have weapons they use. To hell with love. This is your gun. It's pretty
There we go.
bad
Alright.
if you
So
lost
far, so good.
Are you all right, Harry? You seem anxious. Don't be. Everything's going to be all right. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun.
Oh no.
Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because
Make
you
him cry
want
too.
to cry. God, you're weak. Whatever you do,
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
Oh my god, another morale. Of course. I should have saved before I went in there. I think I need to sort out that I don't have a gun before I go in there.
Yes. What
Tell
do
me
you
about the
want to
case.
know?
What's your preliminary
You
information?
mean like a brief? Do you want me to brief you?
Yes.
3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
Why don't we know anything about the
They
caller?
didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The Dock Workers Union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that.
Let me just make this perfectly clear. Our job here is to find the killer. Of course, I
Just to
understand
be
everything
clear,
now.
we are police officers. It's our
Oh, I
job
leveled
to
up.
find the killer. That's the case. Uncover and arrest the killer. Good.
higher stats I have? Do I max out my physical instrument? I think it'd be better to put it in some of this other stuff I'm good at. Maybe more rhetoric. Let me check something. Because if there's a way to boost my... So you can't level up your skills. I don't think this will boost. It did. Okay. Yeah. We're gonna take that then. We have to. For no other reason than I need to have a little more morale. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. In case we need to come back, we're gonna save a new save right here. If I can't make some kind of progress on like where my gun is or whatever yet, we'll just go straight in and have the conversation. Did I?
Right to work!
Oh yeah, I did. Okay. Did I go in here? I think I did.
Is this about...
Okay, that's what I thought. Most of all the areas I haven't really checked out that much. The main ones would be over this way. So let's go that way and see what we can find.
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked. This could be a way into the apartment building the smoking man vanished into.
Good. We had enough problems with bums and drunks and thieves loitering in the hallway. You have no business here.
Maybe we can convince her.
You're well versed in the kind of threatening legalese that implies criminal liability, but in fact has no meaning whatsoever.
Am I?
Obviously, look at that vague yet threatening stuff spewing forth from your mouth.
Your non-compliance is hindering a police matter. I may be forced to refer you for potential prosecution.
I know my rights, and don't you mom me, boy.
Miss, would it help if we offer to show you our badges?
I don't have a badge.
Ah, it's like a carrot to the stick, sort of.
Hold your horses. I don't care about your stinking badge. Just
Good.
come in.
Because I don't have one.
Give me a moment.
Elderly woman is leaning on her broom, her knuckles white as bone. She seems to be having difficulty
The
breathing.
cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
Let's see, what do we want to ask her? This won't take long, I only have a few questions.
Go ahead then. What do you want to know, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
I'm looking for a young male in his mid-30s, dark hair, skinny build, a smoker on the balcony.
Yes, yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
What's he in trouble for?
No trouble if I just want to talk to him. Do you know where he lives?
Talk?
What was so funny about that?
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
Room number 28, in
Thank
the
you.
balcony.
We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See
I have
if
a
he's
few
home.
questions about the apartment.
Ask away, policeman.
What can you tell me about Cindy?
The artiste? Nothing I can do about her, I'm afraid. She ruins the walls faster than I can clean them. Still, she leaves an old lady to her business. More than I can say for others.
She mumbles some kind of a response.
Alright. Let's head straight to floor 28. We should probably look at some of this stuff. Ooh. What does that give me? +1 logic and -1 authority. I like that. I think that could be useful. Full of cigarette butts. Ooh, that's a bit of money. Someone's growing rosemary, thyme, and cactus.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security. Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives.
Let's see if anyone's home.
No one answers.
That doesn't mean
Looks
no
like
one's
the
here,
young
though.
man we are looking for isn't home. I think our best chance to catch him is in the evening. We should return tomorrow after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Sound good?
What do you
The
mean?
smoker on the balcony. This is why we're here, right? He might know something about the murder.
Don't worry. It's mostly all still here. You can remember things. You got this.
Sounds good. Tomorrow, 2100.
Tomorrow, 9 p.m., right here. Apartment number 28.
Damn. Turns out it's quite tricky finding someone in a big apartment building. Remember, tomorrow. He's probably gone for today. No one answers.
Are
We
we
should
sure?
return tomorrow.
No one.
We should return.
No one.
We should.
No one.
We should.
No.
We should.
No one answers.
We should
Alright,
return
that's
tomorrow.
fair. It was worth a shot. That isn't home. Voices from within, singing along to some bayonet dance track. Oh, we're up here. We might as well check out what else is up here. Just a door. Nothing for you here right now. Locked. All the good stuff is locked. Eviction notices and missing pets are plastered to the top of each other. Oh. On old shoe rack, boots, sneakers, old slippers. These shoes come in 3 different sizes. Alright, that guy's sleeping. Oh. These shower curtains are covered in some kind of slime. Alright, I guess that's it. Just a gross bathroom with a little bit of change in it.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says number 11. It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it.
Could use some chain cutters here to
Why
cut the
would
shackle.
we want to break into some random citizen's apartment?
Snip, snip, my friend. Why wouldn't we want to? I don't know, it just seems like something we could do.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word. His face wiped clear of any emotion, but he knows it wouldn't make much of a difference.
I suppose if one were committed to it, there's a pair of chain cutters in the kinema.
No reply.
Alright, we'll check that out later.
You hear someone walking around inside. The walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to the door. A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
This is the police. Open up.
Do I have to open the door?
You hear clacking of heels again as the other side walks right up to the door. Her tone is now getting a defensive edge.
Did you have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
Later then, entering this door seems a physical challenge.
A physical challenge?
It's
oh
generally
boy.
easier to do things if you have literally any reason.
Alright, fair enough, fair enough. Get a bit of money. That one's locked. Foreclosed by Martinez Realty Associates.
Ruination has come. The broken arches betray the once grand history of this building. It towered over the harbor until it happened.
Interesting. Form a guess about what
A
happened.
great force from the northeast fired into the city. Heavy artillery shelled the coastline. Fired from the water. A straight shot into Revachol.
Okay.
The tenement acted as a defensive wall against the worst of the shelling until it was destroyed, and they had a direct firing line.
Look at the ruins in the water.
Those arches acted as support for something greater than what you see now. Only 3 stories stand where 9 to 12 once did. Restoration has failed. What the shelling took out was never rebuilt. The waves of the Martinez Inlet roll over the fallen remains of the building. The dark waters obscure the better part of the remains. What didn't fall into the ocean was used as scrap. What wasn't used as scrap was thrown into the ocean.
Who did this? The damage.
A fleet, the combined armies of Occident and Grad, with Mesk volunteers, a 5-nation army, hundreds of vessels. They massed airships further down in the Bay of Revachol. The artillery was so powerful. The ships not only required gyroscopic stabilization, they were anchored into the ocean floor as well. Many are still there to this day. If you squint, you can just barely see the shadow on the water, far in the northeast. Cannons still ready to placate Revachol. Coalition warship Archer can shoot 50 shells a minute on 20 co-aligned archers. They will reach the city in 58 seconds.
Do you know who shelled our city?
The Coalition. But that was a long time ago. I think we should move on. It's chilly up here.
Alright. Oh, hey, look, there's that lady. Alright. The chair's new. Someone lives back there. Alright. Someone's been sleeping here recently. Cindy? Enough coal to last for several winters. Smells of chemicals. Some jeans. Electrochemistry, -1 reaction speed. What do I have now? Save your fare. Yeah, we'll just keep on what we have. That one's locked, which is a little weird.
Ooh, the piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves. But here you are.
We cops don't like closed doors, unreachable perches, or people having high ground.
Yeah, you got me now. The dynamic between us is completely
Was that bed
changed.
in the coal room yours?
Ooh, not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner.
It's not the nicest place, but I guess I'll have to do.
It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me. Right now, I'm doing nothing at all.
The inspiration will come to her once hell is set loose on the streets. It's too calm right now.
Do you have a
Does
real home?
anyone in a city like this? Yes. I keep hoping a shaft will collapse on me. But somehow, it... Shoot, Piggy.
No, I guess that's all I have. Alright, we're done here. Someone's torn down the wall. Money gains and a heal.
What happened here?
You can't foreclose on an apartment with a hole in the wall.
It will still be accessible through the apartment next to it. That one didn't have a door. Sadly, nothing of great value remains here.
Except the stuff in the fridge.
Indeed.
I already looted this stuff in the fridge. Alright.
Give me a moment. Ask away, policeman.
Do you know who lived in the foreclosed apartment? Why is there a hole in the abandoned apartment? Who lives behind the padlocked door?
That one is a scientist, a future scholar. I think he studies astrology at the community college. Education's good. I always tell them to study. Something to do with all those stars around his door. He asked me to leave his drawings up on the wall.
You sure you don't mean astronomy?
That's what I said. Astrology.
The lieutenant shakes his head, as though to say, let it go.
Why is there a hole in
Some
the wall?
lunatic lost his mind. All kinds of morons pass through these halls. No one lives there. It's been empty for months.
But I talked to someone through the door.
Impossible. I would know if someone had moved in there. Maybe it's those countercultural people again. Breaking into a house like it's a public space.
Sure, I'll go see
You're
what
a
I can
policeman.
find.
Be good. Great. Young people. They're worse than rats. You know, always.
She mumbles, some kind.
I'm no one. It's
She
I didn't
hasn't
mean to ask
spoken
you
to
that.
anyone for...
Alright, which one was apartment 10? Was it this one?
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture.
This apartment's supposed to be
The number
empty. Did you break in here?
Excuse me? Of course not.
You have plenty of reason to enter.
I don't need a warrant if I suspect there's been a break-in. So open the door so I can verify your identity. Are you cooking morphine in there?
Oh, come on.
Well, that was easy.
That was smart.
Alright, first things first. Let's check out what these sweet new skins that we just got do. +1 to indirect modes of taxation. Affluent moneymaker man. Looks like a fine mattress. A blister pack of medicine peeks out of the box. You should take it. Yeah, I should.
Satisfied?
Oh,
My
I
name
have
is
4
Marielle
now.
Charpentier, and I'm an agent with Martinez Realty Associates. I am not breaking in, as I have every right to be here. The keys, see? Do
Alright.
you want to see my ID as well? You can't legally ask for it, but why not? Want to see my residence permit too?
It feels flimsy in hand, with the words Revachol Zone of Control written under a nondescript municipal logo. There's a picture of her with shorter hair inside, along with all her personal details.
Everything seems to be in
Thank
order.
you. Do you have any questions? I need to be back in Midtown in an hour.
Who lived in the foreclosed apartment down the hallway?
That's another huge mess. The former tenant owes us 3 months of rent. 3. We closed the apartment and planned on... And again, I have no idea how stupid mistakes like this can even happen. But Ron, when he came to close the door, didn't close the neighboring door. And there's a hole in the wall. A hole in the wall. Can you believe it? And then the tenant ran off with his stuff. He's gone. The money's gone. Just like that.
The sum must have been puny.
It couldn't have been that much money.
These apartments are perfectly fine. They have gorgeous architecture, a million real view of the bay, good ventilation, neighbors, life, spark. And I'll tell you, Martinez has a future. In a few years, it's going to blossom with artists and creatives and those radio computer wizards.
I think my money's
Well, it
also
does not
disappeared.
disappear from my hands. No, I don't let it.
So what
Don't
happened?
ask me what happened with the wall. I have no idea how we're going to find the time or resources to fix it. Both apartments are now unrentable. Both.
What are you doing here?
I need to get it ready for the next lease, but as you can see, the previous tenant completely trashed the place.
Sounds like they knew how to have a good time.
It was
Reprehensible.
some kind of a moribund old man who used to be a business owner. You'd think they'd make rent, but that was months ago. Anyway, was there anything you wanted, or... Of course.
Well, honestly, that was worth it, though. I do think we're pretty much done here until we get some bolt cutters.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? What would you like to know? Oh my, the E word. You mean to say that it's a symbol of conspicuous consumption? That I'm a member of the ruling class?
Detective,
Then what does that say? 33A? This old proletarian haunt here? Yes.
Alright.
Anyway.
We already done that. That's what I thought.
Good.
Alright. Well, we've exhausted this area, it seems like.
This coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says to insert 25 centi. Why place a tourist attraction in the middle of such poverty?
What's the tourist attraction doing here?
There was a revitalization project in 49. A design studio tried restoring Martinez to its pre-war glory. It didn't stick. They got as far as the street lamps and the statue on that intersection. Then something went sour. I suspect that something was Everard Clare, the union leader. He muscled them out. It's how it usually goes around here.
Cool, I dig organized crime. It's the best. Can't we do something about
done
it?
Something about the union 10 years ago. That ship has sailed, officer.
Your money disappears into the coin slot. A clunk. The curtains on the display open. You lean in to catch the view. It's blurry. Different blues and greens. In the middle of the shimmer stands a drab grey shape, like a ghost.
Turn the knob to
The
focus your
lenses
vision.
shift. The ghost sharpens into an islet in the bay. In the ruins, a man-made structure is visible. A half-sunken sea fort. Its concrete almost reconquered by nature. It looks as if it was abandoned quite some time ago. Nothing but a rotten tooth remains of the anti-aircraft tower. A lonely birch tree grows out of it.
There's some ruins over
Really?
there.
I don't have the eyesight to make it out.
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest.
What's that? Oh, plastic bag. We can get some money from that. Just a closed door, but you look at it suspiciously. We'll do a little bottle collecting while we figure out what the hell we're supposed to do next.
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. It's
probably some kids.
Son, you've really let yourself go. It's a disgrace. But Coach Physical Instrument is going to get you back.
Ooh, I think I want to do this one.
Even if it takes 1,000,000 push-ups.
Does that mean you'll call me a maggot and a Nancy boy to motivate me?
Does a master swordsman insult his own blade? No. I'm going to turn you into an athletic benchmark, you big pussy.
Yes, sir. Force me into organic steel,
It's
coach.
going to take blood, sweat, piss, and tears. But when I'm done with you, boy, you will be a master athlete.
Why piss?
When a man sets his mind and body on something and gives his 110%, he is sometimes going to piss himself.
It just happens?
It just happens. No shame in that.
Opt in, baby. Let's go.
Behold, world. Here walks a sportsman, hands choked and hair kept back with a bandana. The Homo Athleticus.
It only takes 40 minutes, too.
Vigilance officer, what can this old carabinier do for you?
I saw the statue of Felipe E3 near the roundabout.
King Philip III.
Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury so he could sleep on...
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Someone who knows how to rule.
I should true king rule.
Without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood.
Seems to me a leader should take care of his people before himself.
Is only as strong as its leader. That's why it was such madness to try to...
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
The carabinier doesn't reply, but his entire being communicates unbreakable resolve.
Oh. Right.
Yes?
Oh, wrong person. I want to talk to you. What do you got to say?
I have really outdone myself.
Yes, that's what you need, Gaston. More padding on that fat arse of yours.
Honey, it's a little pleasures. Life doesn't need to be a struggle. Hello, officer. How might I be of assistance on this fine day?
Can I have a bite of that?
I'm sorry, officer, but I really don't share food. Nothing personal, it's just a principle.
The only one you have.
Please, man, can I just have one bite?
Believe me, officer, I wish I could help you, but I need this sandwich to keep my blood sugar stable. In my age, you need to pay attention to these things.
You can barely hear him. The sweet smell of pickles in harmony with garlic butter and marinated onions emanating from the sandwich is driving your mind in a singular direction. It must be yours.
Please, friend, let's just share it.
Back off! It's mine! Sorry, officer. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it in a bad way. But the sandwich is...
When the dissidents come to rape our country, he hides. But try to get a bite of his dear sandwich and he gets claws? We are a special
Let's see if I can talk him into it.
Gaston.
A man so principled about his sandwich calls for a principled approach. Time to get political. You really do. Now, unleash the fury.
Your blood sandwich, point to it, is a tool of the oppressors designed to keep the proletariat docile.
Say one of these fascist or communist things or fuck off. Whoa, easy there, Goldmouth. He doesn't have to say anything. Re-engage cop mode and bail out, if you like.
This city's going to shit.
What the hell are you talking about? What foreign anarchist?
No time to bring him in. Just keep your eyes on the prize and ignore him.
I don't think that's gonna happen. Why would you even...
First...
He won't kill. As long as there's food in his fat belly, he'll lick any boots that's kicking it to him.
Good. Rene's on board too. Time to take back the streets. Right-wing populism. Here we come.
Don't you guys get us? Us local boys gotta stick together. Make the people feel safe again.
Now you are talking sense, son. All four of us working as a group. We can make a difference.
I'm actually already a member in a group tasked to keep the streets safe. You are too. We call ourselves the police.
Let's review and possibly redistribute our resources.
What do you mean, officer?
We'll be a Unit 1 Ghost Dogs, and you and Gas and our Unit 2, the Royal Hounds.
Agreed. What about the whole group? I propose a pair de la Couronne, Swords of the Crown, in on.
I'm sure we can come up with something with a bit more oomph than that.
No, it's too old school. How about...
How about what? It's dignified. I like it. We need dignity. And you, get excited.
All right, all right. I have a bad feeling about this.
Good, good. Now that this is done, give me the sandwich. It's okay. Gapson, just please give me the sandwich.
Oh, you went through all that trouble for my sandwich. I'm flattered, officer, but my answer is no. Now, how else can I help you?
Wow. So close. Could you go a little faster?
You keep coming back. That's good.
You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that
Economical, but also trendy. Look firsthand. The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guarantee.
Conceptualization. Sir, I would like to speak to you. Oh, there it is.
Everything's still cool here.
No, two of them. +1 electrochemistry. Yeah, well, might as well. It just gives you a +1 to one skill.
The luxury of fine things. Just look at those black monk straps. After spending an entire day hustling, who's to say that you didn't deserve a pair of ridiculously expensive shoes on your
Right,
tired
beautiful
feet?
things do make people happy.
Beautiful things give you a rush. It's power. Crafting your style, draping your flesh in silk and leather, deciding how to remember. When they come to take it away from you, you worked for those shoes. Whether you like it or not, wearing these shoes has made you more liberal.
Ultra liberal.
They're either a gateway drug or a booster pack to get you deeper into free market ideology.
Yeah, free market ideology. Let's go. That's what I was looking for. Capitalism, baby.
Hello again. How can I help you? Sure, let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Is that all you can sell? You can't sell your clothes. That sucks.
Another time, perhaps.
I guess that's fair enough.
Oh, look. It's the cop who turned me into a bad person.
Hello again, officer.
Is this about the question?
No, okay. I wasn't sure if I'd be able to, like, say some capitalist shit, but I guess not.
A lorry stuck in the windows are clear. They've been the driver at the back end of the cabin has a book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover
racist nationalist paraphernalia. Likely, yes.
Alright. Well, he already knocked his ass out. Any other bottles? I want bottles and I want cans, man.
The man before you is naked.
The steel reinforced
Oh,
belt
yeah,
presents
level
a
up.
unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material.
There's no question. There's only cutting. How hard can it be?
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
Where the buckle holds the belt together.
Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits that, there might be a chance to release the belt.
Yeah, now we're talking. They'll miss. The pigs will miss, Kuno.
Wait, let me
The
try.
lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He appears too deep in concentration to even notice what you said. Silence. With his elbow and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks. That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzleloader, ascetic, frugal, one of the most common He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls.
God damn it.
Oh my god. That was so many types of wrong. Who taught Four Eyes to shoot? Whip up a grueling training regimen for him right now. Beat
Fucking idiot! Mookabat asshole!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
What the hell is wrong with you, Sally? You need to square your
I
shoulders.
think you have your sports mixed up there, officer. Squaring my shoulders has nothing to do with it.
Bitches fighting.
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. I didn't.
Kuno studied.
The lieutenant doesn't say a
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlike.
Take his gun and show him how to use it.
It's bad as it is. Us shooting firearms like punks here. Go ahead, I'm not stopping you. Just don't hit the victim.
They only have one gun!
Oops.
Uh-oh.
This is the sorriest pair of pigs.
Officer, why do we only have one gun? That is even more unfortunate than the badge. You need to contact your station about it as soon as possible. Try not to lose this one, please.
Alright, that's the only reason I did it.
Take it and shoot yourself!
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth!
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
No. I didn't really want to.
I agree. Enough gunslinging for today. I suggest we go to the harbor and ask the leader of the Union to help us with the body. I would have preferred us not to owe the Union anything, but we clearly cannot do this.
We'll see. I just wanted to know about the gun ahead of time. I'm gonna do a quick save. We're gonna go talk to that guy now. We could definitely get through this cutscene now. We've got everything we need.
On second,
it's unfortunate.
The drawer opens with hundreds of and the same materials. It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities. Look how blurry. Hermeneutics was almost within your grasp, but now only vague. You're a police officer, not a spiritual healer.
Is that what you're doing with those photos over there? Right. This is probably not relevant to our case.
You're trying hard, but the data here is unbelievably dry. The drawer. Coach physical instrument. Wait, How did you know all those
+2 physical instrument if
How
shirt
do you
slot
know
is
how
empty.
to hold a discus? Or the world youth record in discus? Something doesn't add up here. This mushy thing between your ears didn't know the name of the city you're in, but it comes loaded with trivia about the correct chin position of a shot-put ball. Could it be that? Shut up, namby-pamby. This train of thought ends abruptly. It's leg day. Straighten your rhombus muscle. It's shirts versus skins. Take your shirt off, Namby. Your skins.
I lost an encyclopedia ability too. Well, we don't need this then. We'll hit up that other stuff later.
Yes?
Nothing, I just want these bottles.
A rusting marsh. With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead.
I wish we could speed this up because it takes a hot minute and I don't really want to wait for it.
With a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. The harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again, moving this container.
I can't see how that was worth the record.
Before you stands a cargo.
Is this... There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one? You just picked one out because you wanted to interact with a cargo container. We're not here to interact with containers.
No reply. You attempt to turn that. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement. Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Because what wasn't an option? Now is not the time to get philosophical, detective.
Before you is a walrus of a man, seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised. With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you.
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop. I'm Everard. I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
He looks extremely...
You go ahead.
Whatever. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois?
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. So tell me...
The chair...
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception. This should... It should be sufficient.
Hey, that's 25 real.
Is there any...
No.
Cool. I wouldn't go that far. I'm sure there are... Now, I'd like to set your mind...
His slug-like lips move, but the world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only two, when he said, don't worry, he actually meant, be very worried.
I know everything, Harry. Right now, I know that you're worried. Don't be worried. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look...
What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here?
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry! Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you...
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
Don't be dramatic. I can see your condition isn't terminal.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions.
My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbor. I couldn't possibly Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a precious resource, and I don't have a...
Smooth talking? Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it.
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everard, I call you... My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesia...
I think the odds of that are very low.
It might be a good idea to hide your confusion. I mean, see what his game is first.
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were wrong. However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help you out. With my...
Words flow like a river of honey from his lips. I guess word has already reached him. No matter. No harm done.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost
Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. Shows you're on the edge. Do some probing first.
this? My friends in your organization gave it.
This translates into, haha, you guys are so corrupt.
I find that very suspicious.
I'm afraid this is meant for Union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue, Harry. Oh, Harry. You are the most regular, traditional, by-the-book law official imaginable. As do we all, Harry. We're all just trying to do our best, aren't we? I'm gonna help you do yours.
As you look at the folder, Everard covers it with his hand and pets it. He's hiding it from you because it's not a real RCM folder. It's just another one of those brown folders you...
Okay, Harry, you got me. This is from the Census Bureau, not the RCM. Those Census Bureau people are absolutely corrupt. You should do something about them.
Yeah,
Got the
sure.
name from the Census Bureau, and everything else from your actions here in Martinez.
Yes, Mr. Kitsuragi from the Census Bureau. Like I said, now I'm actually a very busy man, so is there...
That means he doesn't really know anything about you.
So the Census Bureau says my name is Harry Dubois.
Yes, that's what I said. Try to keep up, okay? Let's move on. What? Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any jolly fat guy, but I can't take slander.
The reaction appears to be sincere, but it's impossible to tell with this guy, honestly.
Harry, you wound me, Harry, in the heart. But I trust you to put this to bed. Do what you must, and
He's hiding his real reaction beneath courtesy.
Thank you for your understanding. We will continue to do what...
You too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you, but you never were my favorite. I'm a Harry guy. I'm Team Harry.
None taken. Did we have anything else to do here, Harry?
Ah, yes. Your side investigation. Thank you. You've got some spirit clearing up phony drug accusations alongside this murder. I'll talk to the mayor and see if I can get you the key to the city.
Actually, Revachol doesn't have a mayor. He refuses to discuss it further. It's probably just a small nuisance to him.
Yes, your lost gun. My best men are on it. Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter...
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
Harry. I was only trying to be tactful. Kids could be playing gun roulette with it as we speak.
Gun
Teenage
roulette.
gangs could be arming themselves. Get a hold of yourself, Harry.
I assure you, we are working on locating the missing side.
Excellent, Mr. Kitsuragi. That's excellent news. Looks like we have a friendly gun-finding competition on our hands. Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union We're all trying to do what's best for Martinez. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her because you and I are such good friends and I'm helping you find your lost gun. I'm not a jealous guy. What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go. He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left. Harry! I have little people in my organization. I would never call... Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals. Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and couldn't make... Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
Wait, there was no mention of a casserole from Joyce.
Harry, Harry, Harry. Do not fixate on this little matter. Maybe it was a rabbit stew, or a hairdryer, or an iron. The point is...
This particular brand of humor he has, it makes for a fine distraction.
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator. Yes, yes. Low-balling, of course. This isn't a casino, Harry. Real people, real livelihoods are at stake here. But everything's a...
His expression makes it clear. This is childish and irresponsible behavior.
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss. I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun.
It is rather interesting to tell people things about each other, isn't it? It was nice telling him about her right now.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me. But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors. And I'm sure you're going to open this one with flying colors, Harry.
An excellent opportunity presents itself, sire. You could win the trust of the arch-liar, pretend to play into his hand. Then, should you wish, bend his efforts towards your own.
Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez. Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about. Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look like you could run around all day.
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for...
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. So what will it be, Harry? Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done and we can take our friendship to the next level. You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker, too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. One last thing, Harry. Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door. Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate. Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white Union man. Take...
Alright, let's get out of here. Yeah, going and worrying, checking, realizing we didn't have our gun was a good call.
Yes?
You're back before the cargo container.
Nope. Still can't do anything with that. I guess there's some loot up here, though. Alright, we're gonna get out of here and we're gonna quick save after. Oh, hello.
Looks like someone left this tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here.
Yes, it was probably you. It does bear the RCM insignia, after all.
You think I
the
should
service
get it?
cloak issued to you by your station? Yes, yes, I do.
As your fingers touch the tarpaulin, it almost feels like the cloak want.
Oh, there's some bottles over here we missed.
An imposing combination. The machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move. Your fingers run over the dial pad. Calling, still
Video Reversal, Video Reversal is a 24-hour video rental. We rent No. Sir, I don't know. It's a video rental. Maybe you called to extend your rental period? Do you need to Let me fire up the machine. Dubois. Here we are. You haven't rented anything in 5 years, but you still have a copy of Blue Ocean Hell from November '46. Whoa, not a fun film, that one.
What kind of film was that?
It's not an easy watch. After the death of his daughter and subsequent divorce, Ziemsk immigrant Egidius Wojcik tries to come to terms with the onset of dementia. No wonder no one's been missing it. Still, it would be great if you could return it to us. We're on the corner of Voyager and Maine.
The call is terminated by the other party. You're left with...
Interesting.
The payphone hangs...
Well, we learned something.
The file cabinet stands steady as ever. The drawer slides shut.
Alright, that's everything. Let's go see if that guy's waking up from his nap yet. He does. Alright, let's quick save, just in case some shit goes south.
Do not presume this has drastically altered our race dynamic.
I knocked you out like a god of martial
True.
arts.
I said nothing about our personal dynamic. That has altered. A little.
What are those tattoos you were supposed to mean?
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race. I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
True, that is a noble cranium, but you got a hard noggin yourself. The drawings are precise, and look true to their pseudo-scientific ambitions. One thing, however, it is not entirely free of throwbacks in the phylogenetic tree. Its large jaw, for example, could be a trait indicative of criminalism. Also, its earlobes could be small.
That atavistic stigmata makes Pussy say yes, plenty.
Babe, thanks. But I got this.
True, the drawing.
That atavistic...
Oh my god.
Thanks.
Hold on. I want to ask something else.
True, the drawings are precise and look true to their pseudo-scientific ambitions. One thing, however,
you exhibit forward projection of the jaw, indicative of schizophrenia and sexual inaccountability. From a purely aesthetic standpoint, the dimple in your jaw, it is impossible to see any more of your bone structure. It is covered in the ravages of... This leads me to conclude you are not a police officer. You are a common criminal, an offspring of... Your racial heritage is uninteresting. It is the...
He's right there. It's almost impossible to get it on unless you're both drunk. It's too scary when people are sober.
Alright.
So, how'd you like our harbor?
You've been in there, he means. Talked to the boss man too, probably.
Complete
it's
shit.
but a rest area on the path leading across open plains. Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk. A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
I was hoping you could tell me.
Of course. I got you. You don't know anything. I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
I'm a hustle grinder.
I'm not so sure about the hustle grind, but... You know, it doesn't matter. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the whirling in rags. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter. None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess. I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
He means he's not going to tell you, cause he doesn't know. But he will shoot his mouth off with you now that you're working for Everard.
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing? What a thought! Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Unless they were pushed, of course. Your dead guy was an enemy combatant.
What does that mean?
He was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our honorable efforts. I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men, with all sorts of skills.
He's not lying about not doing it himself.
Understood. This has been of limited use.
No problem. I wish the best to you in your search.
Wow, you work hard.
I do.
Oh, yes. You hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide. Oh,
I guess I do, yeah.
Like a horse, a workhorse, for hard work.
What hard work do I
Look at
do?
yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt, mosaic, That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make it that way, and you won't let it break you.
I fucking
That's
ride till
just
I
what
die,
it's like.
bitch.
Life and death. But you got gills on your side, baby. Got those black papers with the faces of the innocents on them. You bring in the Franco Negros. It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose. You're a cop, and a sprinter, and a money printer.
Can't say I didn't make that stealing guy give me some of his money
Can't
either.
say that. You shook him. You're a killer. A shark.
Sure, I got that giant novelty check from Everett.
Wasn't easy getting that giant novelty check from Everard. Took some ingenuity to get into the harbor, but you got in, and you took that bribe as hard as any cop's taken it.
Oh, and then there's the pawning stuff off to that suspicious Roy guy.
You're in the sales business. Shake 'em for shit and then pawn it off. Law officer style. Sure. And has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest? Are you not about to have an anxiety attack or shoot yourself in the mouth? But you still hustle. Are you rich?
No, I'm actually not.
That's right. You work harder than anyone. You almost rode yourself to the grave, and you're still practically a hobo.
It's because of that.
Why is that?
Gart guy riding my ass. I don't know why am I in so fucking taxes.
That's right. 100%. Fucking G-Man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket, stealing from you every time you buy, sell, walk. Our tax is almost non-existent in the Gotham estate. That is Revachol.
I thought there were no taxes.
You and I both, but they got those indirect modes of taxation. Sales tax, excise duty, extraction tax. This tax that doesn't even have a name. Plus, there's the stuff people in other countries pay for that makes them ask for more money from you here. The Gotham estate's a myth. In total, the coalition, 98% of all your money.
No fucking way. I guess I'm a free market fundamentalist now.
Here you go, hustler. Fight the righteous fight. Free the people. Keep it real.
Okay, I can't internalize anything else today.
Is this about the questions
Please
again?
exchange this
I
novelty
don't really
check
know
for
anything.
cash.
Wow. I didn't know you worked for the union, sir. A giant novelty check looks like it's been seen. Like she's seen it before. Anything else I can do for you?
No, you don't work for the union. The union works for you by supplying you with cash. Blow the whole thing on speed and gin right now. Speed and gin. Great combo. Ask.
No, I think we better keep the money.
The tear machine stab. Your bottles clunk into the machine,
Right,
and
that's
the money
$50
appears with a satisfying jingle.
I don't really know if that's enough, but it's more than nothing.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid, as the body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage.
Did someone say pry bar?
It's not a pry bar, it's a crowbar.
Really? Your muscles are down with either one.
No or. Pry bar.
We might want to ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
Ask the manager? Bullshit. Go straight for the pry bar.
Yeah, I'll ask the manager. Instead of getting myself in more debt. Potentially.
Can I help you?
Trash container back yours?
No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing the debt. Why do you keep the...
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
I don't know what this feeling is.
Prod at him and find out.
Doesn't seem callous to you, guarding even your leftovers from the floor.
Callous? What are you? Kras Mazov? Almost all establishments in Revachol keep their trash locked. The Whirling in Rags is not...
Krasmazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a historical materialist. He was a leading figure on the Grad side of the Centennial Revolution, where he headed the 9-day government. Mazov is considered the father of scientific communism, Mazovian thought, or Mazovianism.
What are we talking about? Was this not about the trash container?
Yeah. Let's return to that.
Was there something you wanted?
We need the keys.
What for? Mazov? Are you planning to nationalize my trash container?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
Oops.
Yes, have you got it? A lot. A lot like what?
Oh, sweet. Alright. What else? What else should we be doing?
The sight of bullet holes stirs something in you, making you forget the lieutenant's surname. The faded marks are too degraded to draw any forensic conclusion. They look pretty ancient.
Where? There? Those are old.
What do you
These
mean
bullets
old?
were fired during the Revolution, over half a century ago. They do not warrant investigation.
What can you tell me about the
Not
revolution?
much. I don't have a fresh perspective on it.
Everything's still cool here, Officer. Me?
This man probably comes from Seaguy, sometimes known as the Apricot Suzerainty.
Very cool.
Hello again. How can I help you?
Have any guns? Like ones carried by cops?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
Oh.
This is a pawn shop, and it did feel as if you've met before. Oh God, the lieutenant shifts from one foot to another. Alert.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
That sounds right to me.
And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off-the-charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind. She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it, and of her. Truth be told, she was terrifying.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the Citizens Militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it? You're right that she could cast aspersions on the Force. We have to find her.
Anywhere I can find this
My
buyer.
apologies, officer, but I have no...
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it right now. You'll just have to hope Everard wasn't lying, and the Union can track her down in time.
You come here to track that
Maybe.
gun?
Shady-looking guys came in here yesterday, looking like they'd just taken off their Wild Pines overalls. They asked if I have a police weapon to sell. I told them I already sold it. They went their way. It was a trip, but you know...
Maybe Claire really is tracking down your gun.
Claire, okay.
People as oleaginous as Everard seem like they're lying, even when they're really being truthful.
Of course.
Alright, I think that's all I can do here, but we have that lead now. I think we only had a couple more minutes and then we're gonna lose Captain Kitsugaya over here. Ultimate Ninja Storm. We can use that to check the trash then.
This trash container is locked. With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply... The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Yum yum. Anything
We're
to do
just
with
in
the
time.
investigation?
This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Look under the
You
boxes.
see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below. And turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however. Among the
Rags.
threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of... As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay.
When he was still in the early stages of decay, okay.
Drop them in here, officer. Guitar-marked blue jeans. Pockets empty, or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye.
Oh.
A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that...
Throwing out towel, a mug.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force. Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked, and his establishment had the key.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container.
Yeah, I don't want to get the mug,
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list.
Can I help you?
There's the trash container
Thanks.
key.
I hope you found what you were looking for.
Found the
How
victim's
strange.
clothes.
I certainly didn't put them there. Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Hmm. Who else has keys to the trash container?
collection service, CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threats that solves itself down the road. Thank you anyway.
Thank you.
Yes.
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. This panel usually closes the water lock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever, you pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the... Nothing happens. Nothing happens. A cold gust of wind. A spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still... Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
Evening, officers. It's supposed to operate the water lock, but as noted, it's all junk right now. Safety measure. Turns out the panel needs a special key to be reactivated. Wouldn't want anyone moving the water lock with debris still in the channel. It'll be restarted on Wednesday morning. You want to do the honors when the time comes?
Do I ever?
Great! Just drop in on Wednesday if you want to see the waterlock at work. They say the canal crew will be here at 7:15.
The coast part of the map is inaccessible until the third day.
Alright. I guess we got until 22, I guess, with our man here. I want to cover up pretty much every lead we can. I'm putting off a couple specific things. Talk to him again. I think we just head to the bookstore and exhaust some dialogue with her. Maybe pick at a side quest a little bit. Oh, never mind. She's closed now. You must attain at the nearest gym. Okay. Let me check his vehicle. Some shit I've needed to do in the vehicle. Let's do that.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. The Caprice Kinema motor carriage. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm.
Tap on the fuel preheater
As you tap
gauge.
on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
Translation: we're not going anywhere right now.
Oh,
a metallic
oh,
drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters. It's robust. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand. Cold and heavy, like truth. You feel like you're reunited with truth once more. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its the frequency tablet, the soft purr of electrical kitten.
This is Precinct 57.
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Come in, Delta 10. This is Firewalker.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on.
Start slapping a marching rhythm on your thighs.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. Takes a bit to get to the phone.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello?
Hello, this is a police call. I have some questions for you about your last days at work.
Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
Okay. Can you quit your job for whirling?
Honestly,
Why not?
Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone.
Get away from home?
What? No, why would you even think that?
You told me he asked you out. Are you saying it didn't happen?
Please, don't bring Gar into this. It's none of your business. I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again.
But you have you seen my gun?
No, not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective.
Uh-oh.
You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and...
And what? What did I
You were
do?
waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
Oh, those again. I have been trying to wean you off them. You know, when you put your gun, your actual gun, on your temple and pretend to shoot your brains out, off of that, people don't like that.
Ooh, fair enough.
I remember this. You were screaming things like, "My brains are all over the wall, painting them red. I won't be seeing it, 'cause these are my brains. I can't see without my brains." Very nice visuals there.
Yes, but what happened to my gun?
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like, "Big bucks cannot lie," and "Guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns." It almost looked like you pawned it. But believe me, I did not ask. No, not me.
Do you know who
No,
made that
sorry.
call?
I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the...
So the Union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the corpse. No one calls the police. The Union would get angry. You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Tell me why exactly did you let a corpse hang in your own backyard for weeks instead of calling us? Maybe there's something else you can tell me
I don't know
about.
what to tell you, officer. Yeah, go on. I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Yes, you have obviously done something to upset her at the Whirling in Rags, when she was still working there.
Wait, before you go, you're mad at me, right? Tell me, what did I do? I can't remember
I'm not
anything.
mad. It's just you were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the Skua thing happened. It just made me want to quit.
Telling me that I was the one who made you want to quit.
Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I've ever seen. And I have seen so many assholes in this place. I've had sailors fighting, Union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you...
I want to know what I did.
Well, you were worse than all of them. Honestly, you were getting borderline aggressive. Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more. I hate it now. We Go On by the O.O. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody. To hell with that song. Then there was your room. Your project. An experiment to see how bad it can get in there. I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant, and I don't want to know. And then you screamed something about being the most boring person alive and how everyone leaves you because you're just so boring.
Oh, damn.
And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the kitchen. I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke, threatening to kill yourself.
Police documents?
The ones I had to wrench out of your toilet.
And what happened to
Damn
those?
it, I don't remember what I did to your damn papers. I don't remember every little thing I do.
Gives way to concern.
Especially when there's a hurricane loose. It's your fault for losing them, not mine.
Okay, I get it. I wasn't a very good
you really
tenant.
weren't. You were simply the worst. God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened.
What skua thing?
Bird, the great skua. You threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that bird," and I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there. It was a pretty bird, there since I started working in whirling. I really liked her. We call her Scotty. Wait, really? No, this is absolutely not true. I like Guard. I really
And you crossed the line and he
I
asked
was
you out?
actually flattered. I've always liked him. It was just bad timing.
There's a pause. You can almost see her on the other side. The telephone cord coiled around her index.
I didn't know what to say to him later. Then you came and destroyed the place. So I left without explaining. I should have told him, maybe. Okay, but please don't mess it up. Please don't take out your gun or something.
You hear a sigh of relief on the other end of the...
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
41st Precinct. No, I don't want to report anything yet.
57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers. Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your copo type.
What are the capo types?
Yes. Guess what's yours?
Some kind of weapon cop, sorry cop. I'm sorry you had to monitor me.
Yes, sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we?
Okay, but what are the other capo
you
types?
know, Apocalypse, Superstellar, the Advanced Interesting Cop, Liquid Shadow Cop. But you're too sorry to say those things. So, here we go?
Okay, but what are the other, won't the other capo types be jealous?
What? Jealous of the sorry cop? I think they'll be fine. Don't worry. They'll be super fine. It'll be totally okay. You can dual capo type from sorry to anything.
That's true.
Of course you are. It's okay. See if you can get something out of this, like info. Or maybe every time you say you're sorry, you get $1 million.
That would be
won't
nice.
happen.
I'll have to get those later. Oh, do I have? I do. Let's get intellectual back up.
Hello again.
Alright, you don't have anything else to say?
The payphone hangs. The file cabinet stands steady as ever, and the under drawer.
We'll go back to the apartments now. What's the things I want to do there? No, it's the easiest time I've had.
That isn't just a five-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers, the iconography of communism, in other words. The star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade. Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure, to symbolize the toppling of the old order. Also, some social democrats were already using it. The wreath of antlers represents a natural crown. It was about building a society that could exist in accord with the natural world. And because white is the color, smug superiority, aesthetic musings, the triumph of capital is undeniable. But maybe the guns were sort of cool. Revolutionaries had loads of guns. This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says, number 11.
Ooh, well, we can try.
What are you doing? You need to get your tools out, man.
Is that why I don't have the tool out?
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says, number 11.
Oh, well, I fucked that up. Oh, whoops.
Give me a moment. I see. I hope some good people are finally
there we
going
go.
to move in. This place needs them.
Unless we start killing real estate agents.
Oh, I do like wizards. And people like that in general. They have a...
She means clairvoyance.
I don't normally do that, but I do want to get into this door.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk.
Don't I have the tool?
This door has been closed with a padlock. But what are you doing? You're trying to cut the body of the lock with the chain cutters, and it's really...
I believe it's the shackle you need to cut, Detective. Perhaps you should give it another go.
The shackle snaps like a twig, and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud.
After you, Detective.
Alright, let's hope this amounts to something.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name, honestly, he does kind of look like you after all.
But why does this tenant have a bust of Krasnozov on their bedroom?
Hold on a second. Is this why you broke in here? To find out whether you're Krasmazov?
No, it's purely coincidental.
Sure it is.
Just human from one. Don't you see the
Well,
resemblance?
You both do seem to share an affinity for sideburns. But it seems like old Kras here didn't drink nearly as much as you. You do, but that's not the point. The point is, he doesn't look like you. Ah, very well. Let's look. Doesn't he have a birthmark right here? What about you? All right, but here's the big thing. Krasmazov looks Samaran, and you don't. Good, so you're not him.
Nah,
It's
you're right.
decided. You are not the most famous philosopher of the modern period. Hold on a second. Is this why you broke in here? To find out whether you're Krasmazov? Sure it is. Well, you both do seem to share an affinity for sideburn. You do, but that's not the point. The point is, he doesn't look like you. Doesn't he have a birthmark right here? What about you? All right, but here's the big thing. Okay, you win. Be Krasmazov. Why are you so hell-bent on proving that you're Krasmazov anyway? All right, Kras, if you say so. The White Star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. How fitting. I suspect that's exactly what they are trying to do. There aren't many communists around, not after the revolution. Some youth still keep the ideology going, it seems.
Alright, anything else of use?
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year.
I haven't paid the cafeteria manager
We should
for
take care of
damage
that
yet.
then.
I
Let's
don't have
talk
the
to
money.
him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the streets.
A plaster cut. Honestly, he does kind of look like...
Are there any other doors I haven't already been in that I can get in now?
How's it going?
Hey Beans, it's going good. How's your day going?
Can I help you? Wait, what? But what about the bird? Yes, the bird. I found it lying on the floor with a broken wing the morning she left.
She didn't make it, I did. I threw it against the wall.
You broke the skewer!
I assure you it was him.
Why on earth did you have to break the skewer? I can't believe it. I was so sure it was Sylvie. Even worse, I thought she was trying to send me a message.
A tender type of hope. Something stirs in you. Perhaps this is why...
All right. Did she say anything else? About me, you know? Did she say anything about me? Really? I should give her a call then. Thanks, I guess. Was there anything else you wanted, or...
About the money I owe.
Have you got it?
I was wondering if we could come to some sort of arrangement for
Does
tonight.
that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
It's cold out, I'll freeze to death because I'm losing the stupid money game.
Not too bad.
As a police
That's good to
officer,
hear.
you must understand that I cannot take you at your word without evidence. Evidence being money. You can't stay here without money. Good luck trying to use it. All the locks have an electronic component. They have to be unlocked down here with a master key before your guest key will open the lock.
Oh, I didn't want to use that.
Not until you bring me the money.
Okay. I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when you're done here.
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here. Yes, have you got it? A lot. A lot. For the room, drinks, and broken window, 100 and... Yes? What thing. What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based question.
Alright, let's go to your motor carriage and see what you got.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio.
I have something here we could sell. Look in the back.
Transport enclosure. Regular people. The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable. 4 shiny.
I confiscated this for a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal. There are spinner hubcaps, frivolous things you put on your wheels. When the wheels come to a stop, the caps keep on spinning. There's no real use for them, it's just for vanity. A couple of weeks ago, I stopped a young man for going slower than the speed of traffic. Turns out he was some coalition official's son and high. That they are. I was going to take them into evidence, but they weren't necessary for conviction. He never asked for them back. No, that would be silly. I don't know why I kept them. It doesn't matter. I couldn't put them on this MC anyway. A cup with spinners. That would be outrageous.
The spinners shine so bright they reflect on the lieutenant's glasses. He doesn't say anything either.
All right, let's not take them now. Then, come back once we realize we have to.
Sounds likely.
Let me see if maybe I can talk him into something now.
Can I help you? Yes, have you got it? Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me? Game? Everything is just a game to you, isn't it? Not until...
Okay,
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here. Yes. Does that arrangement include you paying me what we... What about what I have been through, huh? You're not the goddamn protagonist of this story. I am.
Literary demotion. That's the worst.
Not until you...
Okay.
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done. Yes, have you got it? Does that arrangement include...
I understand your predicament as the manager. I feel I must remind you that we are here to conduct an important investigation that also affects your business.
Forgive me for saying this, but your colleague seems more committed to drinking. I mean no offense. It's really nothing personal. I just have to protect the... Oh, wonderful. Try to do that. I'll have to call you an ambulance. Not until...
Okay.
Oh, Lieutenant.
Damn it. Can I climb through the window? I for sure could.
Yes?
Oh, I guess we're taking it. Because I'm nowhere near 130 real. I have 50. Sorry, buddy.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
I have something.
Transport enclosure. Regular people just call it the cage. The cage.
I confiscated this for a little while back. We can take them.
The lieutenant nods as you take the spinners.
No, there we go.
Greetings on this fine night. What the pawn shop is always open.
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on Perolidon. It's tough to come by on the street. A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Why on earth? These are prescription. I can't really see without them. Perolidon is just something you know, since the People's Power disaster, I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade. Had to take it for radiation sickness.
He's taking it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
We were an all-volunteer force, self-organized. Tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill. I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance. Didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud. Years getting sick. The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forburg as I can. Still in the same city, but... I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
Oh wait, I came here to sell shit to you.
Hello.
Yes, we'd like to sell these hubcaps.
Roy takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant.
Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some foreign prince for them? Jump a mesk banger?
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
Of course. I meant no offense. 200 real for you, officer.
Thank you. Here's the 130 real you need for your bill. Do not waste it.
The rest is for him, to compensate for the pain of being separated from his raid.
Anything else you're thinking of selling? Another time, perhaps.
We're rich.
can I help you? Yes, have you got it? Well? Great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance starting tomorrow. The electronic lock to your room has been disabled till 9 p.m. tomorrow. Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20...
I'll take a room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you?
I gotta go back in.
Alright, Beans. You have a good day.
Yes?
Alright, let's lose this fool.
The door is closed. This is the door to the...
Just a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation.
Alright, let's do a debrief. I got a couple things to do before we actually end the night.
Is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic.
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jury. I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes.
Oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
I apologize, but I only brought one with me. I have exactly one cigarette every night while going over my notes. You mean this? This isn't cool. It's an unnecessary try of will and unhealthy. Yes, it's been a long and eventful day. Well, we inspected the victim's body, so that's good. It was not easily approachable in that state, but we did it.
Just a second. Snacking options are getting low.
Our inspection could have been more thorough, as it always can. But we have some leads. The body is still hanging from that tree, which is unfortunate. But we performed a thorough search of the premises of the crime scene. That's great. It's not my job to evaluate your methodology, officer. We conducted an interview with Everard Glenn. He wasn't particularly forthcoming with useful information.
He's not saying much on the matter because he thinks you could have gotten more out of Everard.
Claire also helped you, how should I say, remember your name? That's a relief. Moving on. We interviewed Joyce Messier, the Wildman's rep, and learned a lot. None of it very good news for us, or Martinez, but... Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot.
I have a really good theory about why you're running so fast, son. Just you wait until we get up tomorrow.
It's impressive, to say the least. For a man your age, especially. Those are some stylish shoes too, by the way. Those loafers. Must be hard to run into like you do.
Those some stylish shoes. He likes my shoes.
The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant, an aerostatic passes overhead, the whiskers of its floodlights on the ground below. Kitsuragi's glasses light up as he looks to the sky.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different in land, in Jamrock, in the GRIH. It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the combat. We run this city. West of the river is RCM land. It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works, our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate. Probably not. Anyway, positive change happens slowly. We never really get to see the impact of our actions. Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
Alright. See you in the morning. Okay.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of the material appears to be... These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set. The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities. The hangman's... This is a steel-reinforced... Oh my, there's something on the belt. A familiar word that speaks to the thirst within you. Vermilion, in yellow letters, along the length of the twisting cargo belt. Only a deep longing for vermilion golden spirits lets you decipher the fading logo of the local brewery. The material... These are clearly... The cadaver slowly twists.
So I can't try and get the boots.
Fuck does Kuno care? Kuno...
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything. Have you tried it before? Every day? You look the part. Here you go, man.
Yes, darling. That's the coalition government ordained Parolidon. Straight into your gut.
No, man. Alright, let's do it.
Of course.
to the front of this quarterly because Friesel was, to your disappointment, after rifling the pages with the magazine is divided into several sections. International developments. Gunst Comrade, but like the structures, only 4 issues in, and it sounds like they've... So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary, you flip back to the front of the magazine.
No, there's nothing useful. We haven't already looked at that.
An intricate web of blue. It still kind of looks like a map for you to discover. Someone who knows... The boomboxes wait on the shelves, and your boombox, that gold and amber Harmon Waushi, stares at you longingly.
We'll save our money. I don't know what we will need to buy and what we won't. I think we do just end the day.
This fan has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. The switch must be broken because nothing happens. The lights are on. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression. The chain cutters slip out of your hands as you attempt to twist the faucet into place. Well, you know one thing for sure. You've probably never been a plumber. It's too late. Like an image. The bed is cold and not...
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after 9 p.m.
Yeah, I think we're ready.
The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out. And then sleep. And then sleep doesn't come.
Why?
Maybe it's the bed's fault. Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly. It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here, intimate and warm, breathing. It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it? Something to do with, what was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves. Something to do with, what was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images.
Interesting.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
I was born in a hospital where people go to die.
You're not kidding anyone, Harry. You don't remember shit. Tell me, do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
I left. I was left.
That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there, One hand on the bottle and the other on your dick. Watching her go. Let it all be dragged away from you. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
I can get it all back.
No, it's gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
With
everything. The pale and the useless. On the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. And you failed every single one of them. No, you haven't. You're just sleep talking. And the act is wearing thin, too. The spots on the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time. Sweating up the bed. Stinky boy. You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours. Bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding? You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet. Grinding in your head.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad. This dry. This unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of...
Oh no.
new type of hangover.
There's more than one type of hangover?
Oh yes, party boy. And it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Good going, buddy. Really? Because you feel even worse this morning than you did last night.
What the hell is going on with me?
You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
No, that's not it. Really. I feel super good.
That's not really true. Your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more. You're too weak to say no now. Waking up is the worst part. Maybe somewhere down the line you could decline. Speed is a potent central nervous system stimulant. It kept you propped up all day yesterday, despite your debilitating hangover. How else did you think you even got up from this floor? It's power, man. It's professionalism. It makes you feel like you're young again and ready to detect. Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week. Let's be honest, 2 weeks, maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will be fired. Suit yourself, slow, sad shellman. See how you do without your spark. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. The door is closed. This door can only be opened with a key or from... Still no answer.
No, look who it is.
Morning. Looks like we can get to work at once. The Union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them. I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the Union. Men who drink beer for breakfast? There's talk of an armed wing of the Union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for state policing. I think it's them. That would just escalate tensions. No captain would sign off on it. Solving one murder isn't worth a In fact, even the death of 2 detectives might not warrant an all-out war. So let's keep a cool head. One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them.
Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it, but aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder?
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you.
Yeah, I'll probably wait.
Can I help you? Got the 20 real? Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
Just a moment. And there's no public phone.
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear. Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirlings, the Union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead.
What's wrong
The
with the phone
manager
line?
was vague about it.
Why would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into later. Ask God, maybe.
Why did you use
To
the
let
phone
the
anyway?
young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night, but they're still missing, and I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
A little missing persons puzzle might just be the thing to take your mind off the hangover.
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully. You have more important things to worry about.
More important than a missing expedition? I don't know. Expeditions often lead to something.
Oh, yes. A zoologist. A cryptozoologist.
It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends.
That's one opinion, yes. And people are entitled to their opinions.
My apologies, ma'am. I did not mean to undermine your hobby.
It's not a hobby, dear. It's a subfield of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless. And frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it. Universities these days are rarely interested in supporting real research.
The quality of research at Revacholian universities has been on the decline, but you doubt there was ever a time when cryptozoology was embraced by the academic elite.
Oh dear, I'm not sure where to begin.
What does your husband look like?
Well, his expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes are always bright and curious, like a small boy's. And his palms are quite coarse from all the field work, but he's quite gentle.
You can't go around Revachol feeling grown men's hands. If you want to find her husband, you'll need more concrete
as you would
information.
one of your cryptids.
Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a larger frame, and he has longish white hair, usually a bit uncombed. You might say wild, even.
The lieutenant pulls out his notebook and...
One other thing, he'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not out in the reeds, you know, just in case. We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary this autumn. Not the most numerically satisfying anniversary, but I like the less obvious milestones even more somehow. Via dating agency, I'm ashamed to say. I was looking to get back into the scene after recovering from my... We hit it off and, well...
She's skipping over some important parts. Perhaps you'll find out more later.
No, that's all the information I need. We definitely go about our day for now until we discover more shit.
An old and off-key...
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown up.
She thinks you're the gremlin child. What would he say to this?
Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought you were... But the doorbell is broken and...
A single beep. You ring the doorbell. What an ominous name for all you hear is stat. You ring the doorbell. You wait for a minute. Looks like someone has You hear static from the intercom speaker. It sounds as if someone has picked up the receiver, but...
Anyone there?
Hello, this is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order?
She sounds almost antique, as if her voice was being played off an old wax cylinder. A receiver must not be working properly.
Yes, I've got to place the order.
Oh my god.
The lieutenant exchanges a look with you.
It's you.
It's a woman, and she knows you. Who cares that you don't remember her? Just go along with it.
Yeah, it's me.
Michelle, just please. Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. Ever since I came to work here, it's been...
A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks again,
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally meet again.
she sounds like she's about to cry. She doesn't answer. Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay. Another seagull passes.
It must have been some kind of faulty wiring. We should maybe stop playing with this doorbell. It looks ancient.
You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. Whatever she says, it can't hurt you. You're a different person. All right. Maybe not healthier, but it's a bonus that you've drunk so hard you can't remember any of your past relationships. Oblivions that... There's a light, a strange metallic...
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order?
Here come the bad vibes again. Relax. Distance yourself from it. Wait, is she...
Michelle.
Is this some kind of joke? The voice from the intercom doesn't answer, but you can hear her. Your hands are getting cold, and your breathing becomes visible, forming small silvery puffs in the air.
Ever since I came to work here, as if my mind's been wiped clean.
And then it hits you. She tries again not to cry, and still doesn't succeed completely. Her quiet sobs sound old and distant, as if her voice is being played off a wax cylinder. Her sound melts into the static from a long-distance phone call. From time to time, you can hear people talking in the distance, but can't make out any words. This is where you hung up the call the last time, but the recording is still going.
We better keep
The
listening.
phone rings in the office with an old-fashioned chime, and someone walks by in a pair of heels. The static is like a warm blanket wrapped around the sounds.
Is anyone there?
No one replies, but the static grows stronger like rainfall. Then a female voice speaks out, completely different from the one. Her words are too cold to comprehend. She smells of sodium lights and rain streaks on car windows. Eyes like pilot lights watch your shape.
So... it was a recording trapped in the circuitry from some ancient tenant. This sometimes happens. Shall we conclude here? We have other mysteries to solve. Don't take this the wrong way, but during our short stint working together, something weird is almost always happening to you.
Oh, that's true.
That is true. Silence. No one. Silence. Silence. No, nothing happens after you.
Nothing. Well, there's no sense to wait anymore. I'll just try to get this guy down. I was trying to get his boots, but I guess I couldn't.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and white boots. His skin is marble. The fish lips stay...
I told you, he is male, 40 to 50, with an athletic build.
As you narrow your... This is a trick. You've done it. Only the lower extremities are pink. The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt.
Can I really not make an attempt to get him down again? No, honestly, what time is it? Yeah, I'm gonna stop here for a bit, and I'll continue this the next time I stream. Well, until next time, guys. Peace.